We live in a field of energy and information, and the way our bodies connect with the subtle energies of the field is through our chakra system. And the chakras are like transformers that can transform the subtle energies of the environment into chemical, sonic, and electrical signals of our endocrine and nervous system. And each chakra is associated with a different endocrine gland and a different autonomic nerve plexus, and can affect the body in very specific ways. And so our chakras are part of our energetic anatomy, and we can store energy in our chakras in ways that are non-beneficial to the body. So we might store energy related to previous childhood traumas or interpersonal interactions in our lives. And then if this is not evaluated and cleared, it can begin to cause problems in the body. And this can be a nidus for disease. And my audience has been expressing a lot of interest in learning more about the connection between the chakras and physical health issues. So I've decided to do a 7-part series focusing on each of our chakras and the physical issues that I have seen that can be related to retained energy that is unwanted in a particular chakra. So our first chakra is our root chakra. And it literally is how we anchor into the energetic field of the earth. So the first chakra is associated with our grounding and our connection with the earth and our embodiment into our physical body. And so if a person has issues in childhood where their survival is in jeopardy, or if their sense of security is compromised, let's say a parent dies, or let's say the family splits up and they lose contact with one of their parents, or let's say one of their parents was emotionally absent, or if they were living in poverty, or their home was taken away and they had to move from place to place, and they didn't have like a secure home or a sense of grounding in a home environment. Or even, let's say, they were part of a family that moved a lot, moved countries a lot, moved states a lot. Let's say the person in early life, just didn't have a lot of consistency, stability, financial resources, or parental interactions that were consistent. Or worse yet, let's say I have patients that have had a lot of abuse where they've been abused, and their sense of survival was also in jeopardy. So if you've had issues that even have any remnant of this, you may have issues with your first chakra. And usually the people will have trouble feeling grounded in life and physically. What I have found is that because the first chakra is associated with our adrenal glands, when there's issues in the first chakra, a person spends a lot of time in fight or flight. So people tend to have anxiety and issues related to an overactive sympathetic nervous system. So they may have trouble sleeping at night. They may have trouble with digestion, even because the sympathetic nervous system is overactive. So they might have, too much acid secreted, and they may have, stomach pain or acid reflux or diarrhea or, increased intestinal transit. They may have a harder time absorbing their nutrients from the intestinal tract. And then primarily I see just kind of a lack of trust in the universe and in life. And so that they kind of, because they didn't feel taken care of as a child, they often feel that the universe doesn't have their back. And there is a lot of fear about moving through life. So what can be done? What can be done about it? You can spend time grounding from your first chakra. So if you can imagine in meditation, when you're quiet, actually becoming aware of your first chakra, which is kind of between, right at the perineum. And you can focus the seat of your awareness there. And then imagine dropping a grounding anchor from your first chakra deep into the earth. And then anchor it down. Like use some symbology around that. Like, maybe it's like a carabiner that's hooking to a hook. Or you drop down roots that from your first chakra that kind of anchor around rocks deep in the earth. But whatever it is, you're imagining this secure anchoring into the earth. And then I advise people to then envision a 10-foot diameter column of energy rising up from deep within the earth up to the surface of the earth, and then encasing the entire body in auric field so that your whole body is immersed in the grounding, slow, kind of 7.8 hertz vibration of the earth. This is a very nourishing vibration for your body that can help to ground off any stray kind of electricity and, aberrant signatures, chaotic energy that's in your field. And if you're willing to really seat your awareness in your first chakra, you will learn if there is energy there that needs to be grounded off, and you can just envision that it's grounded off. And oftentimes with practice, this will become easier and easier, and a person's sense of security in their life will improve, and it takes a huge stress off the adrenal glands and balances the autonomic nervous system, and it can have incredibly beneficial effects on your health over time. I hope that helps.